Hello everyone and welcome to this brand new video series. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Sarah. I will be your host of this new series and it's called How to Planet. It's a daily video series based on 3 specific indicators of time: the planets, the stars or nakshatras, and the moon phases that influence each and every one of our days. And they influence them in a general sense as well as an individual sense, so we'll dive into those topics as we get started with this series. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about why we're doing this, and thank you for committing to being here and where we're going to go every day as we look at time, our understanding of time. So if you think of time, it's essential to our lives. When you have time, you have the freedom to do what you want, you have the freedom to create, to manifest, to explore. When you feel strapped for time, you feel stressed, you feel worried, you are trying to check off your to-do list, but you're also trying to prioritize. Sometimes it's an uphill battle, and what I want to share with you is this ancient wisdom, this knowledge that comes from Vedic astrology that can actually support you in making the most of your time. So our life experience occurs as we live on this planet Earth, as our mind creates our thoughts and we create our reality, but there's a lot of impact coming from different sources that we sometimes forget about. So Earth is part of a bigger solar system. We're connected to the entire universe, and these energies affect us on a daily basis. So the science of Vedic astrology, it's the science of light, brings this to our attention, and these ancient techniques are becoming more and more available, more prevalent today, and it's an amazing tool to help you figure out your day-to-day plans and make the most of each moment. Because when you make the most of each moment, you begin to understand time and value your own time and use it to create the life you want. And that's the real purpose, the real intention of this video series, is to ask yourself, what do I want to create and how can I do it today? What can I take? What steps can I take to make this possible today? And what support do I have from these other sources? So it's a very exciting time. I'm excited to do this. We'll see where it goes. It's a new series, it's a new start, but hopefully it will guide you and help you to creating a better life. Because everyone has the potential. Everyone wants to live an extraordinary life, and knowing how to utilize your time is so important in doing this that why not? We have nothing to lose. And again, I'm going to take you through a series of videos each and every day. It's something to start your day. It'll only take a few minutes each day, and you can do it when you get up, and then you're set for the rest of the day. So now we're going to begin, and the best place to start is with the day of the week. So we all know what day of the week it is, even if sometimes it's a Monday and you wish it were a Wednesday, or it's a Sunday and you wish it were a Friday, or you just completely forgot and it's all of a sudden Thursday. Whatever it is, we generally have a sense of the day that we're living in. So when you wake up in the morning, you either look at your phone or your alarm or a calendar, and you're like, all right, today is Tuesday, I need to do this, this, and this. It's a great place to start. So for us, in this first video, it's starting on a Sunday. We're starting with the first day of the week. And what does that mean? So when you wake up, you say, oh, today is Sunday, and Sunday is ruled by a planet. So each day of the week is ruled by a planet, and what that means is that the planet's more prevalent, the planet's influence is happening in our life, and all of the planets have characteristics. They all have personalities, they all have colors, they all have positive and negative, helpful and harmful characteristics that can guide us. And the goal is to every day know what planet rules that day, what the characteristic is, and invoke the planet to help you, to guide you, to utilize the power of that planet to support everything you do in that day. So using our example of Sunday, today is Sunday, it's ruled by the sun. And what does the sun represent? The sun is our life force. It's the bright, brilliant star in the sky that makes life possible. It gives us power, it gives us integrity, it gives us authority, and it gives us health, again, as that life force. So we'll continue to explore characteristics, but to start, think of the sun. It's governing all energy. It governs all energy to make life possible. It's that power source you need, and it can enliven the desires within you to create and manifest this glorious life you want. So the techniques you would use for Sunday, on a Sunday you wake up and you know that the sun is ruling, so you invoke the sun with the sounds Om Suryaya Namaha. Many of you also know the Gayatri mantra. You can do that as well, and we'll do both of those at the very end of this video. After that, you say, okay, the sun rules and governs all energy, so I know that. I ask the sun to guide me as it rules all this energy throughout this entire day. And you can do this in a very personal way. Again, it only has to take a few seconds, but you want to make sure you actually acknowledge the sun. So after the sun, you want to look at what's the moon phase for the day and why are moon phases important. So to give you background on the moon phases, the moon in Vedic astrology represents our mind. It's how we perceive and feel in life. So every emotion is connected to the moon, every thought is connected to the moon, every perception that's completely yours and different from the person next to you is connected to your relationship with the moon. And you notice the moon, even if you think you're not that aware of it. You know when there's a full moon, you know when the sky is quite dark and it's around the new moon and you can see more stars. You know when you see that crescent moon that it's, somewhere in the middle of the cycle. You see the half moon and you notice. You take note of these things more often than you would imagine. And that's amazing because the moon is so important and it changes each and every day. It's rotating around the earth, and there's 30 phases between the full moon, which is the culmination of all the waxing moons, and the new moon, which is the darkest night of the cycle where you can't see the moon, and it's after the moon has grown smaller and smaller. So becoming aware of this cycle of your mind is so crucial. It's so important for creating the life you want. And each one of these individual moon phases, again, has characteristics that it displays for us, that it's influencing on our day. So 1, being aware that there is a moon phase, 2, knowing what that moon phase is, and 3, giving this short little practice to invoke the moon phase, to ask the moon phase for help is amazingly helpful in understanding time, in also making your day flow according to these energies. So again, we'll return to our example for today. Today, when I woke up, it was the 9th waxing moon. So it's the 9th phase of the moon as it's growing larger towards the full moon. And what does this moon phase represent? This moon phase is all about blessings from the divine. So you just need to know that short phrase. You need to wake up and know that it's the 9th waxing moon, and then make a prayer or say out loud or write your intention on your goal and write this phrase down with it. And all you do is acknowledge the moon and say, to the 9th waxing moon, I ask for your guidance and I ask to access your blessings of the divine. Then you know what moon it is, you've acknowledged it, and you know that energy will help guide you throughout the day, receiving those divine blessings in everything that you do. And finally, we look at the stars, or the nakshatras as they're known in the Vedic system. And these are very much connected to the moon phase. As the moon travels around the earth in these different phases, it's also traveling through a series of stars. There's 27 stars or nakshatras, and the moon cycles through them about one every day. So knowing what these stars represent, knowing their characteristics, can know what influence they're having on our mind, on our bodies, on our whole day, as well as these other indicators. So again, we look at our example for today. It's Sunday, July 6th. We know that it's ruled by the sun. We know that when I woke up it was the 9th waxing moon. And now we know when I woke up it was the star or the nakshatra Chitra. And the words to know for Chitra are learning and enlightenment. These were phrases given directly from Dr. Pillai, and he wanted to keep it very simple. So all you need to do for the star is also acknowledge it. Say, Chitra, I acknowledge you as the ruling star of this day, and I ask for your blessing of learning and enlightenment to guide me in everything I do today. So it's that simple. It's really 1, the knowledge of what's happening in your day, 2, invoking and asking for help, and 3, committing to do this every morning you wake up, and then throughout the day, track what you've experienced, what you're feeling, and if things are flowing, if you're running into obstacles, what can you do to utilize the energies of the day. So that's where we're going, and I want to recap what a daily practice looks like, and then we'll get ready for the rest of the week with new videos to come each and every day. So for today, let's recap. It's July 6th, it's a Sunday, and that's where we start. When you wake up in the morning at sunrise, you know that it's Sunday, and you can close your eyes. You can say, today is Sunday, it's ruled by the sun, and I acknowledge the sun. I know that the sun governs all energy. It is our life force, it is our power, our authority, and our health. Then you can recite the mantra for the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. And if you feel a very deep connection to the sun, or you're familiar with the Gayatri mantra, you can also use this sound to awaken and ask for the blessings of the sun. Om Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. So that's how you acknowledge the sun on a Sunday, and the most powerful time is actually at sunrise because the sun rules the hora, or the hour of the sunrise, so you're accessing all of the power of the sun at this time. So now, again, when you wake up today, it's going to be the 9th waxing moon, and this is the process for the 9th waxing moon. I acknowledge that today is ruled by the 9th waxing moon. I know that the general characteristic of the 9th waxing moon is one of divine blessings. I pray to the 9th waxing moon. I ask for your divine blessings to come through this day and help me in all areas of my life. And finally, you're going to do the same for the star. When you wake up on this day, the star is Chitra. So here's the practice for Chitra. I acknowledge that the star this morning is Chitra. I know that Chitra is a star of great learning and enlightenment. And I pray to the star Chitra, help me, guide me today to access your blessings of learning and enlightenment. Now it's important to note that I live on the west coast in the US, so I'm in Pacific daylight time at the moment. So everything I do in these videos is based on my location. When I wake up, these are the planet, the star, and the moon phase for my location. Now the planet's going to be the same for each of us on the given day, but the timing of when moon phases and when stars shifts, when they change from one phase to the next or one star to the next, it's not in direct correlation with our 24-hour solar day. So what that means is usually you have 2 moon phases in one day. So you start out the day in one, and at some point it changes to the next phase. And same with the stars. You start out with the moon moving through one star, and at some point during the day it switches and moves into the next star. So what we're doing is we're invoking the planet, the star, and the moon phase of the day at the time of sunrise when you wake up, so you can start your day with this information. To find out the changes of the moon phase or the star, you can go to Astroved and run the planetary watch. You can download the Hora app and use it on your smartphone. It's really a great tool. And you can just check the videos every day and use them accordingly. So that's How to Planet for July 6th, 2014. Again, this is going to be a daily series. I hope you can join me as often as possible to incorporate these intensely powerful time indicators into your day, to reshape how you make your appointments, how you schedule events, how you talk to others, how you do your own work, and to utilize the power of the universe to guide you in the most beneficial, the most profitable, the most enjoyable flow that you can experience. So thank you again. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow and every day after, and give us feedback on what you need to know for How to Planet. We'll see you next time.